Abingdon, just doing a couple of little videos on lead safety, rig safety sort of thing, after finding Death Rig the other day, and a few other sort of skeptical things we weren't too sure about, which we think have been in the lake for a good while. Some of them definitely have been. So, going to go through a few different lead systems. This one being one of the most common, obviously lead clip, and how to set this up safely. So this is actually a lead clip with a pin in here to lock the lead clip to the swivel, as you can see there. That's how I like to fish them personally. Obviously you can get them without the pin. And a key thing to this here is where the tail rubber is. It's not pushed too far onto the actual shaft of the lead clip itself, only over a few of the teeth that are actually on the lead clip. So that when the fish picks it up on the take, or whether it gets snagged, it's there playing it, bang, that can pop off and it's free. The lead's not there to tether it up to anything. It's just the leader, the main line, the tubing, whatever it is. And that there has got a lot less chance of tethering on anything than the lead actually getting wrapped up in something. Now, the good thing about these lead clips with the pins is you can take them out as easily as that and get yourself set up good to go again, and you can have it as a semi-fixed bolt rig, just like that. Again, only keeping it over a few of the teeth, like so. And the good thing about that is, I prefer this on barbless waters, is when it shakes its head, if it drops the lead, or the lead clip itself becomes free running and works just like a running rig. That wasn't a great example of it there. Just give that another go. But I think it's because it's a fresh lead clip. That can pop through there like that and become free running. That's another safe way of setting it up. But what cannot have being seen is it pin in there. Just grab that pin back, and that jammed on there, because no matter how much you shake that, which is imitating a fish shaking it with its head, that is never coming off. And that's why that can become a death rig, tether rig. One of my favourites is the Heli Rig, rotary rig, whatever you want to call it. Now I like to actually fish it with, under the sleeve here, like a little quick clip, as you can see there. I've seen many people online calling that a death rig because the lead is fixed onto it, which yes, it is. However, the whole point of the Heli Rig is that should the worst happen, you get cut off, line cracks off at this end or whatever, the lead is fixed in place. What it can do, pop that bead there, like so. That little bead there was just sat on that little bit of silicone tube in there, and that can pull all the way up to the end of the leader, like so, and just pop off. And that's why I like to fix it at that end there, under here, with that quick clip like that. That's the whole point of the safety of this rig, is that should the worst happen, the fish is only left with the hook link and that little swivel. It's not towing around all of this. Obviously it helps when fishing in silt, weed, etc. like that. Obviously you can get other systems out there on the market that do drop the lead at this end, called a Heli Safe, or the Thinking Anglers and Gardner Sea Clips. I'm sure there's others on the market. I'm not a fan of those, purely for the reason I don't want to be dropping the lead, so that if the worst does happen, this is all the fish it's left with, and that's all gone. Now obviously the key part to this is, and that's all well and good, and that being able to pop off the little bit of silicone, but if it can't pass over the knot that you'd have here attaching it to your main line, if you're fishing it via a leader to the main line, is that's not safe. Now a lot of people I have seen in the past on other lakes or online, is they've done things like they'll have this on tied to their main line via this end of the swivel here, and then they'll just loop that onto there for a nice quick and easy way, which is all well and good, but that is absolutely not safe, because not only can that rubber bead not pop over there, that swivel will just jam in place on there, and that can very easily become very easy for the fish to tether itself, and obviously get the name Death Rig. So that's the Heli Rig. Probably the one I use most common next is actually an inline. As you can see, I've only got it on 20 centimeters or so of leader. That's what I use in PVA bags. That's the reason why that's so short. But you can use it on your main line with tubing or longer leaders. This is, as the name suggests, it's all running in line. So the actual leader's going straight through the centre of the lead. Now, with these plastic inserts, they actually come with the leads, just there. The swivels can very easily jam and become tether rigs and stop the lead from being able to eject. But what I do is just grab myself a set of forceps or pliers and that, and just crush the swivel eye down slightly. And what that allows us to do, again, just grab it from the bait end as if it was a fish, shake, there you go, and that's popped that easily, and that'll allow this all to run down the leader, the main line, again, whatever needed. Now there's another way of fishing inlines, and that's to drop them off straight away. It's not a system I use too much, but it has its place every now and again. And what I've got there is where the leader's coming down. I've got this tail rubber on there, and I've got a double ring swivel. There's two actual rings on the end of one side of the swivel. One of them is not attached to the leader, one of them is attached to the hook link. Just plop the tail rubber over the end of the plastic insert, and then the sort of free end of the swivel, again, that eye has been crushed down. Just push that into the bottom end of the swivel, and then the key part is to pull that all tight. Push it all in place. Now that will cast, that definitely will cast, but the good thing about this is either tension just from the hook ends or tension from both ends, is that will pop, fish shakes, and that's free. Again, even if it's just tension from the hook end, set that again, there we go, just tension from the hook end, just get that out of the way, there you go, it's free. You might notice there it's running up there the line a little bit, that will for a bit, but I'm sure during the fight, there you go, that'll go, just like that, and that's inline. It's nice and safe, but the key part to it is making sure that these ends of the swivel here, they don't jam on the plastic insert that comes with the leads. Our final one is a running rig, and this one is, I think, a Quorum bolt and run kit or something like that. There's many other ones on the market. This one's designed for barbel fishing, but can be used in carp fishing, and is designed, obviously, as it says, to become a running rig. So you get tension on that end, and that just semi-fixed, so it gives it the tension of the lead, and then pops and runs free through, obviously, the large eye there. You can see the plastic grommet, there's this lip all the way around to give it that semi-bolt rig effect. Now there are other variants on the market which that's completely smooth, so when it runs, it just runs as easily as that. Again, that's another really safe way of fishing, because that could just pop straight off the leader, the main line, however you want to be fishing it, like that, as easily as that.